Welcome to the first Demon World for Goku, Vegeta, and the others in Dragon Ball Daima, as the last episode ended with them making a pretty flashy entry here. With Goma's troops trying to shoot them out of the sky, the Z Fighters have unfortunately been spotted frame 1 entering Demon World 1. This is it though. All of their adventuring and hard work have finally brought them moments away from Goma and Degasu in the final Demon World Dragon Ball. So I want to know down below in the comments before we hop into the video, guys, are you more excited about a new fusion possibly being right around the corner since Goku still has the merge bugs? Or are you more excited for there to potentially be another new transformation in the works for Dragon Ball Daima? Let me know down below. As a full-on attack commences with Goma directing all of his forces to destroy Goku and the others, eventually some heavy artillery comes out of the skies and starts raining down fire onto the gang. Now they're having a shootout on the ground and in the air. Goku tries moving from cover to cover like he's playing Gears of War and using the power pole to deflect shots, but gets zapped in the back trying to run. After presumably eliminating their targets, the ships fly off. As Goku struggles to get up after that shot, surprisingly enough, Glorio has to let him know that a direct hit like that can incapacitate even Goku, so he better watch out. Well, this actually pisses Goku off, so he leaps right up into the sky to confront these guys head on before they think they can escape. He extends the power pole right through one of those ships, destroying it, but there's almost an endless fleet of enemies at this point. Vegeta, however, is getting a little fed up with the constant barrage of ray guns, so he hops right into the action and begins blasting everything around them like it's no tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest with you, he was kind of cooking for a minute, but eventually in time, Vegeta does get taken down by the same incapacitating shock as Goku. Now this right here is a moment we've all been waiting for. As Vegeta lays on the ground injured, he remembers something pretty significant. He asks Goku if he still has those bugs that he picked up all those episodes ago. Now, don't go getting too excited like I did. I thought he was asking about the merge bugs, but seeing that he's hurt, Vegeta was only asking about the revive bugs to get him back to 100%, so it looks like we'll have to wait a little bit longer for somebody to try out the new fusion mechanic. He hands Vegeta the bug and he sits up to reluctantly eat it. As disgusting as Vegeta made the revive bug seem, this thing worked like a sensu bean with the way he instantly powered back up and got to his feet like it was nothing. But unfortunately, dealing with a battle like this in a kid's body is making this a lot more difficult than it should be, Goku states. Back at Goma's castle, he starts getting maybe a little ahead of himself, saying that even they aren't strong enough to do anything about that, referencing Goku and the others fighting at the battlefield. As he goes down the line, stating where all of them seem to be from, like Piccolo being from Earth and Pansy being from the third Demon World, he notices something on Hibus's belt that, upon closer look, isn't a belt buckle. It's the third eye that he's been looking for, the Tertian Oculus. Back at the battlefield, Goku and the others are still in an all-out war with Goma's forces, doing everything they can to take out as many as possible, and it looks like they're finally starting to make some progress as the ground soldiers start to get on out of here. Once all the shooting is over, Goku gives them the all clear that it's finally safe for Hibus and Bulma to come out, and now they can continue moving. This is when Glorio states that the Tamagami is in Goma's palace, so that's where they need to make their way to next. Up in the Tower Lookout, or the Oparu district, one of the demons standing guard notices Goku and the others flying directly towards them and alerts everyone to get to their station. Back inside the tower, Degasu and Goma ogle over the Oculus on Hibus's belt, saying that it was thought to be lost ages ago, but yet here it is. The last time Goma even saw it, it was on the Supreme Demon King Abura's forehead. He says it looked exactly like the buckle on Hibus's waist. This is when Degasu asks the million-dollar question though. Why would someone like that have such an item in the first place, and securing his belt with it of all things? Goma then orders Degasu to go and get it, but do it covertly, not letting anyone know what he's up to. So if Degasu is about to go encounter Goku and the others, then that means he's also about to reunite with Shin as well, and depending on the timing, Rinsu might be around too. This is when we finally get an explanation of sorts of exactly what the third eye or Tertian Oculus is. Daima would go on to state that it's an eye that previous Supreme Demon Kings have worn on their foreheads that grants them power and authority. It's the symbol of the Supreme Demon King and possesses terrifying magic power. It basically gave them unbelievable magic powers and made them capable of wielding otherworldly strength. But During Abura's time as Supreme Demon King, the Oculus was stolen by someone and effectively lost. However, a flashback would show us that it was actually Dabura who hatched a plan to steal the third eye from the Supreme Demon King and plant it in the third demon world where it would be hard to find. As soon as Dabura's henchman gets to the third demon world though, he's clocked over the head and knocked out by another demon and drops his walkie along with the Oculus, and now Dabura has no contact with his henchmen anymore. Either way though, the Oculus is no longer in the Supreme Demon King's possession, which is exactly what Dabura wanted. Without the third eye, Abura would be dethroned by Dabura, and this is how Supreme Demon King Dabura came to be. But even after stealing the throne, Dabura was no match at all for the likes of Majin Buu. Perhaps things could have been different if he had the Oculus in his possession, but we'll never know. Once Dabura was killed, the throne would then be passed on to his Vice Supreme Demon King Goma, and after some more time had passed, the third eye would eventually pop up and be found in the demon world, falling into the hands of none other than Hibus to be worn as a belt buckle. Back in the present day with Goku and the others, Goma's forces collapse down on them and start shooting again, causing the Z Fighters to have to take cover once more. They split up and start running through the base, taking cover around buildings or whatever they can find, but Supreme Kai notices that there seems to be a lot more of these guys than last time. Goku asks Neva, since he made that shield for the demon worlds, if he's able to think of something. Neva, however, tells them that he's just an old man here to help them with their wish, so they'll have to figure the rest out themselves. As Hibus hides somewhere around the base, he eventually gets approached by a young woman who comments on his belt saying how pretty it is, with him replying, yeah, it's my favorite. She then tries to entice Hibus by saying that if he gives her the belt, she'll give him a kiss, but this strong king tells this 304, don't be stupid, I don't want that. But what he will trade it for is the hat that she's wearing. They make the exchange and Hibus seems pretty content with his new hat, but she's actually pretty insulted that that's the only thing he wanted, funnily enough. Back at the battle, the Z Fighters are desperately trying to think of something, so Piccolo decides that since he can regenerate, maybe it's best for him to go ahead and take out all these guys himself. Neva warns him though that even if he can regenerate, one hit to his vitals and it's all over, and unfortunately, according to Pansy, those guns can shoot non-stop for days on end. Back at Arinsu's quarters where the Majins are taking a nap, she mentions that it's almost time and that everything is going according to plan as she gazes at the one-star Dragon Ball in her possession. But what exactly those plans are still remain to be seen. Back at the battlefield, Goku and the others are getting pretty impatient now, being pressed into a corner, so Goku states that it looks like they'll just have to take them all out at once. Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta burst out of their hiding spot and go no mercy on the troops firing at them, but after making quick work of the grunts on the ground, these enormous tanks break through the walls and prepare to fire massive rounds at them that look much more potent than what those little guns were doing. The remaining troops continue shooting while the tanks are charging whatever massive round they're about to fire. So massive, in fact, that the light generating from it catches the attention of the Z Fighters, but when the signal is finally given to fire, something falls out of the sky and explodes on top of the tank, causing the muzzle to point and shoot directly down at the ground. The same thing happens to the next tank as well, as more of these little Molotov things that explode continue to fall from the sky. When they look up, they see that it's none other than Pansy's dad, the king, and his crew flying over them in the plane that he was able to get. The remaining tank attempts to shoot them down, but they're able to destroy this one as well. However, the explosive debris from the tank destroys the plane. Fortunately, the king and all of his men are already on the ground below, safe and sound, and now the Z Fighters have some much needed backup to help them take down this army of troops. The true all-out battle commences now, and the tides instantly begin to turn. Finally, Goku decides to transform into a Super Saiyan again to make this a little more simple. Not sure why it took him so long to do that in the first place, but this pretty much locks in this ground war in their favor, while Vegeta himself hasn't even transformed yet. Goma, on the other hand, is livid watching his forces be taken out so quickly, but they still have their trump card, the Gender Marie Force, who I assume we'll be seeing within the next episode or two. Dragon Ball Daima episode 15 gave us a lot of lore surrounding the hierarchy of the demon realm and how even Dabura rose to power through deceit and thievery. Hopefully, as we reach the climax of Daima, we'll finally see who's about to use the fusion bugs, because I'm dying to see this brand new fusion. Will there be another new transformation as well though? It seems like the community thinks there might be, but I don't want to get my hopes up too high for like Super Saiyan 4 or something like that. We'll just have to wait and see. It also seems like even though Goma's plans are crumbling before his very eyes, whatever Arinsu has in store for Daima is going exactly according to her plan, whatever that may be. We still have yet to see Glorio make his move, and Hibus no longer has the Oculus, so there's still quite a bit to get to before Daima wraps up in a few weeks here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Dragon Ball Daima is an absolutely fun ride. The only thing I don't really understand is why it takes Goku and Vegeta so long to transform during these fights, especially if they're having a difficult time, but I guess that's just their nature. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments if you're more excited to see the new fusion, whoever that may end up being, or possibly another new transformation, and if it is a transformation down the line, which character would you like to see get a new form the most? I have a few ideas of my own for both of these, so let's talk it out down below, and there's still the slim chance that we might eventually see Gohan as well in Daima. I wouldn't count on that, I wouldn't hold my breath, but I mean, anything is possible. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on so you never miss an upload as soon as they go live. And consider leaving a like on the video as well. But anyways, have a great day. And I'm see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.